Hey guys. I always feel like you're saying something when we start.
I know, every time you start it, you don't tell me till after. I'm like right in the middle of a sentence.
Well, we haven't seen you prospecting training game since last year.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
It's been a minute. Yeah.
So we are so ready. I do. We're so ready to hop into this prospecting training because new year, new me, right?
Right.
There's a lot of people that say that.
Yes. And we are going to go through some points tonight on how to, well, first we're going to do both sides.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to do both sides of the coin. One, we're going to talk to you as a prospector, as a distributor on how to stay motivated, how to stay focused. Most New Year's resolutions are dead and gone within the first 2 to 3 weeks of the year.
Right.
Okay. So we're into the first week. Tomorrow will be the 7th. So it'll be exactly a week tomorrow. So some people have already kind of started fainting. You know, it gets a little tough.
Because it's hard to start new habits.
It is.
If you're not committed, you know, if you don't have a couple of things.
Yeah. And you have to have things in, you have to line things up. You can't just expect it to happen. We're going to cover that. So we're going to cover that side of things for you guys out there. We're also going to cover the other side of how to take advantage of those new year, new me mentality people that are looking for new business, that are looking to get healthy, that are looking to do things to improve their life, because those people are the people that you as a prospector need to be on the lookout for, because that can create a wave of momentum and can create something that will help your business get off the ground. Right. So we're going to show you both sides because you can't have one without the other.
Right. And we've said this a couple times already, this quote, and I think it is by Benjamin Franklin, but you know, if I butchered that, then someone can say something about it in the comments. But by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
Yes.
So it's a, what do they call that? A double-sided coin.
Yes.
If you don't,
or a dual-edged sword.
Yeah. If you don't prepare yourself for your own goals, you're probably not going to achieve them. If you don't prepare yourself to help people achieve their goals, they probably won't be able to achieve them. You know, you won't be able to adequately help them.
Yeah, because people need a support system. They need something to keep them motivated. Going to the gym, I'm a gym rat. I've been going to the gym for I've been going to the gym forever, and I can honestly say that I've had the most progress and stayed motivated the most when I have someone else lifting with me, or I have a partner that's depending on me, and vice versa. I'm currently doing a new challenge, and what we've done now with the uptick of social media and being able to talk to anyone around the world instantly. Now we have Facebook groups where some of the guys that have a lot of same goals as me, we've teamed up and we're messaging each other at workout times. We're messaging each other about our diets, our meal plans and things. It helps to have someone there to support you, to push you, and to do that. So if you're the leader, part of your responsibility is to be there for your people. And so that's another thing that you have to keep in check. So I wrote a few things down or typed a few things down on the old phone here. So, you know, the girls on Monday, they spoke about how to have a successful 2022. They went over some key points about that. I'm going to cover just a few of those points, kind of reiterate them, because again, this is the time when some people are already saying, man, I'm a week in, things haven't gone the way I've wanted. What's the point? Okay. You have other people say, you know, I should have started on the 1st, but I didn't start on the 1st. I started on Monday, the 3rd, but that's still the first of the year. Let's get going, but that's only been a few days. You know, there's so many ways you can talk yourself out of it. Trust me.
There's a lot of reasons not to do something, but there's also a lot of reasons to do something.
Yes, absolutely. And so what I want to talk about is just a few notes that I took down, and then we're going to expound upon this and get into some other information. But one of the things is staying motivated, staying focused is key right now, because it's very easy to make excuses. It's very easy to just say, what's the point? You know, it's just another year. Last year was a struggle. The year before that was a struggle. And let's face it, 2020 and 2021 were not good years for anybody.
It was messy.
Yeah, it was a dumpster fire, as they say.
Yeah.
So now we're going into 2022. We've got this, this idea that yes, it's going to be better, let's make it better. And so with that, when you see things that don't line up, start falling apart, you have a tendency to think, oh, here we go again.
Right.
Same old, don't want to do it. So you need to stay motivated. And again, part of that's plugging into a support system, talking to people, getting involved with people that are going to help support you and help keep propelling your business forward. You need to stay focused. Focus is hard as well, because again, you can find every excuse to find something else you want to focus on, something else to put your energies in, something else to take your time. So you got to stay focused, and you need to follow through with your commitment that you made. Okay, resolutions are often broken simply because people make a commitment that they don't really ever take the steps to follow through it.
Right.
I mean, it's so simple, but it's so hard.
Right.
So people have a tendency to make these resolutions. Yeah, this is going to be my year. And then they take absolutely no steps towards it. So here's a few things I wrote down. And in part of this, I'm going to toss it over to Caitlin so she can help expound upon some of the systems, because that's your thing.
That's my thing.
You're good at that. So first off, you can't simply assume that just because you've made a resolution, or even just made a plan, that is just automatically going to fall into place.
Right.
Now, you have to prepare for it. I do a lot of singer-songwriter stuff. I've been in bands since I was in high school. You're in a band as well, a couple bands. So we both do music a lot. Okay. Well, one of the things that there's a live show producer. Okay, that's his title. Who's very famous, name's Tom Jackson. I've had the chance to speak with him personally. I've got his book, I've got his videos. One of the things he said is that you can't just get on stage at a show and just expect that the people screaming or yelling or people loving your songs is enough to help you perform. You can't just say, oh, I don't need to practice my performance. When I get there, I'll get inspired and it'll happen.
Right.
He said the problem with that is that it hardly ever works.
Yeah.
And you oftentimes think, man, I was really getting into it. I was all over the stage. I was moving. Then you watch video back and you're like, I hardly moved.
Yeah.
So he said that that in situations like that, why is it in those type of situations, or in building a business, or that it applies to anything, we just assume that because we have a plan that it's automatically just everything's going to fall in place, and it'll happen, as I say, it'll happen on the night. It'll fall in place.
Right.
It doesn't. Okay. Occasionally the stars align and something magical happens, but 9 times out of 10, the best way for something to be executed is for you to practice and put the things in place to make that a reality.
Right.
You can't just say, I'm going to get fit this year, and then not change your diet, not start a workout plan, not start walking, start being mobile. You have to set things in place.
Right.
So don't just assume that because you have this grandiose resolution that you've come up with and you're like, this is me this year. This year, I'm going to do this. Don't just assume that because you were so inspired to make that resolution that automatically it's going to happen. You have to do the things, you have to prepare to be successful. Right. So again, you have to set yourself up for success by taking steps to prepare for that success. You need to do things, and this is where Caitlin comes in, like setting up your portal in My Diamonds Are for Life. You need to do things like going through the roadmap.
Right.
You need to do things like reviewing and learning all of the different tools, like, take it away.
So many things.
She's like,
which as a For Life affiliate and as a person that's on this Diamonds Are for Life team, you know that there are so many tools at your disposal, but sometimes you come up to something that is coming soon.
Right.
And that can happen a good amount of time, especially if you are the type of person that goes into the portal and clicks on every link that's in there to see what's in there, which we encourage.
Right.
We want you to do that.
Yeah.
We want you to find out that there's a lot of things coming soon, because we know that you're the type of person that's going in there and looking for stuff.
And when you see that, let us know.
Right.
Email us. Say, hey, I saw this is coming soon. When? Because that helps to do what we call in professional networkers and in Diamonds for Life, managing your upline.
Right.
How do you manage someone that's above you?
Right.
Well, you manage them by staying on them about things that you need.
Right.
So when you see those things and you're clicking through and it says coming soon, you're like, I need that now.
Right.
Email us.
Yep.
Say, hey, what's the ETA on this? Where are you guys at on this? What's, I need this as soon as it's available. That's just a side note to help motivate us to keep those tools pumping out.
Yeah, we have a whole project queue. If you were to go into the portal and assess where everything that's in the portal is right now, that's not even the full vision of the support that we are working on offering you at its full capacity.
Right.
So there are certain areas that are going to be a little, from our side, maybe underwhelming in a way, as far as the support that it offers, because like we were talking about this week, the rank training. Okay, we had somebody actually contact us. I believe it was Ron Forney. He contacted us on one of our live chats and was like, hey, I was just checking up to see where the rank training is.
Right.
And, we just let him know that is a project we are actively working on. It's in our queue. There's several things we're working on at one time.
Right.
But we were talking about it this week, how we're trying to get that completed by the end of this month or something like that.
Right.
And if you were to go into the portal right now and look at the rank training, you would see there's only one rank done.
Right.
But that's to give you an idea of the rank training that will be there for every single rank. So
they'll follow a certain template, if you will.
Yes.
But the requirements will be different.
Yes. And all that to say, that is why we tell you guys, or we share with you guys specific things that you can be doing right now that maybe aren't to its full capacity of support, but are, 80% there. Those daily, weekly, monthly checklists, those are staples.
Yes.
Those are foundation. I bring them up all the time because they really, truly are foundation for your business. If you were to truly take advantage of those daily, weekly, monthly checklists, you would absolutely, without a doubt in my mind, build momentum in your business, create the best habits that you could have in your For-Life business, and see that momentum growing and growing and growing. You would also see that by fostering that duplication in your downline and getting them to do the daily, weekly, monthly checklist. And that's only one of the tools that we offer you in the portal. There's prospecting tools that are more for the prospecting side, but there's also tools that are there to help you as a For-Life affiliate support your endeavors on a bit. Okay, so there's prospecting. I'm trying to think of the word. There's a prospecting side that helps you prospect, and then there's also a side that helps support.
Right.
Okay, so yeah. So there's two different types of categories for the tools that are in there. We have a lot for both. So we always say, create your portal, go through that welcome system, encourage your downline to do the exact same thing, the exact same steps that you're going to do that with your team. So you're going to create that portal, you're going to go through the welcome system and sign up for everything. I know that sounds a little intimidating, but we put them in there, and some things are optional. I mean, we're not making you do anything, but they're there for a reason. They're suggested for a reason. So you create that portal, you go through that welcome system, you go through your portal and do something that we've talked about before, which is filling your tackle box, your prospecting tackle box with prospecting tools that you can use in your prospecting endeavors. Okay, because your journey, like we just said, is a prospecting journey and a supporting journey. So for your prospecting journey, you need to have your tackle box filled
with the right lures, right bait
for each type of person. Okay, and we've suggested this before as well, just pick 3 product things and 3 opportunity things. Okay, maybe just pick 2. I mean, pick the number for yourself, make it realistic. Know your schedule, because we're going to have you go through those tools and learn them like inside and out.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to know how to introduce this tool to somebody. And when you really understand the potential of that tool and what's in that tool, then you can do that a lot easier when
Yeah,
you know what's in
absolutely.
it.
When you know all the ins and outs of each thing and how it works, then utilization of that becomes easy for you. And you
Right.
can pick things within that system that you know are going to apply to any specific situation, because not all prospecting situations are the same. Not all support
Right.
situations are the same. But if you have all of the tools in front of you and you're familiar with how to use each and every one of them, then now you're more effective
Right.
in all areas, across all situations.
Right. Yeah. And we have so many different types of tools, systems, that there's really nothing in the portal that there's nothing you can't find.
Right.
We have websites, both for opportunity, for product, for both.
Right.
We have videos, opportunity, product, both. We have flyers, postcards. There's so many tools that you have to choose from to pick your couple of tools for
Right.
your tackle box, and you can expand eventually.
Yeah.
But just pick a couple in each category, product, opportunity, both, okay, and get really familiar with it. And then how you're going to introduce that to somebody, that's your prospecting task that you can do. Your support task is to do the daily, weekly, monthly checklist, because it encourages you to stay in contact with your downline,
Right.
to do specific things that are there to help you in supporting your downline.
So you're saying it helps you focus
Yes.
on,
Yeah,
on
stay
your downline.
focused.
Yeah,
It
staying
helps you
focused.
stay committed.
Yes.
It helps you with consistency, like all these different things that are super, super important in creating new habits, like you will be doing if you aren't doing the daily, weekly, monthly checklist already.
Right.
It's going to help you do all those things. It's going to help your team do all those things if you plug in. I think that's the biggest thing is
Mhm.
action.
Correct.
You can know something and understand it, but without applying it, the experience is what's going to really help it stick in your mind.
Right.
And I feel like also something I wanted to say earlier was your intentions behind your goals are going to be super, super important.
Right.
And realizing that every day is a new day. And just because it's the beginning of the year and we're already 6 days into the year, we're almost, tomorrow is Friday. I believe that's going to be the second Friday of January. You can think of all these reasons why it's already been 6 days since the beginning of the year and I've done none of my resolutions or done
Right.
anything, like you were saying. Tomorrow's a new day. Today's a new
Right.
day. Being prepared is what's important.
Yeah. Yeah. And just as far as the first of the year, like the resolutions, the first of the year is just a good turning point for everybody, because we know 1 year's gone, we're starting something new.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, most of my resolutions, I generally don't start on the first,
Right.
because the first generally falls in a weird spot,
Yeah.
like this time, the first fell on, like I said, a Friday, and it's like you want to start a new routine or something. Typically you take the weekend, and your rest day or days will be during the weekend, so that you're functioning throughout the week.
Right.
So a lot of times when I make a New Year's resolution, I know with the intention of when I make that resolution, it's going to start on the first Monday or start on the first Wednesday of the month. It's not necessarily going to start on the first. One of the reasons is because a lot of times on the first, when you're doing those kind of things, a lot of things are closed. So
Right.
you're limited in some of that stuff. So, just because something is past the first of the year doesn't mean that you failed. Doesn't mean that you can't move forward, which brings me to another point I was going to make earlier, is that don't be afraid to fail.
Right.
And give yourself permission to fail and get back up.
Right.
There has never been anyone successful or that has succeeded at anything that did it without failing first. That's part of the process.
Right.
And so be okay with that. Understand that, okay, yeah, it's a weekend. Maybe next week you still haven't done anything. Maybe it's 2 weeks in. Maybe it's February 1st before you
Right.
get started. You know what? It's still the beginning of the year,
Mhm.
and you still can start at any point. When you make a decision and a commitment to change, or you make a decision or commitment to do something, it's from the point that you decide to take action.
Right.
That's when it starts. It doesn't matter the date. It doesn't matter the day of the week. It doesn't matter what month. It matters when you decide okay, it's time to take action.
Right.
And so keep that in mind. So I don't want to belabor, we can keep going on this. We're hitting a good stride here.
I actually
But
have a good point, is it truly failing if you're still trying?
no,
'Cause
exactly.
as long as you're trying and you haven't given up, you haven't truly failed
Right.
at anything, because this is a learning journey. You're
Right.
learning.
Right.
You're adding new things to your schedule. You're creating new habits. Like the
Mhm.
moment that you give up is when you fail.
Exactly. Yeah. Failure is part of the process. When I say that, I mean failure with each steps, but so long as you're still moving forward, as Kate said, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You haven't failed. It's when you quit trying that you
Right.
fail. So long as you're willing to get up, I don't care if you fall 10 times, I don't care if you fall 1,000 times. If you get up 1,001, you're still moving forward. You're
Yeah.
still succeeding. And like I said, give yourself permission to fail. Know that there's going to be some things you try, like, boy, I've never done this before. I don't know how this is going to go. You know what? It's okay. If you fail, you fail. You get up and you try again, or you try a different way. There's oftentimes more than one way to skin a cat, is what they used to say,
Oh my.
which is cruel to say, but anyway, but that's what they used to say. So it's okay to understand, and it's okay to accept that, yes, along the way, sometimes you're going to fail, and that's okay. So long as you keep getting back up and keep trying.
Right.
So that being said, let's flip to the other side of the coin. And let's talk about the people out there who are gung-ho, who are ready to change their lives, who are ready to change their health, who are ready to do something different, and how those people can benefit your business.
Yeah.
So now we talked about keeping ourselves motivated. We talked about keeping ourselves from wanting to fail. We talked about keeping ourselves focused, keeping ourselves on point. Well, there are people out there who are real go-getters, who are real self-starters. Sometimes they're the affirmation people that speak to themselves in the mirror every morning, or listen to all kinds of positive things. These people are go-getters, are ready to get out there and do it. Those are the people you need to keep your eye out for, because those people that say, this is it, I'm going to get my health in check. Guess what? We got transfer factor.
Right.
We've got an immune system product. And as we all know, especially now, things are going crazy again. We're starting to hear whispers of mask mandates. We're starting to hear whispers of, not necessarily the lockdown like we had before, but different businesses, being shut down and things due to the way that they function, and health codes and things. We're hearing whispers of those kinds of things again. Well, guess what? Still, it hasn't changed. The best line of defense is to get your immune system strong as it can be. And our product does that. So people who say, I want to get healthy, I want to do this and that, it's not all just about getting in the gym. Some of those people are on all kinds of medications. They're diabetic, they have high blood pressure, they have, a whole host of problems that people say, this is the year I get healthy.
Right.
Regardless of what end of that health spectrum you're on, transfer factor gives you an added advantage over anything else on the market, hands down. And if transfer factor isn't your bag, we've got 75, 80 different products, everything from general health and wellness to weight loss to energy, hormonal
health,
balancing, gut health,
skincare,
toothpaste, you name it. We've got it. And so, a lot of our products, not all of our products, but a good portion of our products are infused with transfer factor. So even though they may be, oh, well, this is just another product, for energy, or an antioxidant or energy, they have transfer factor, which makes them something that's not run of the mill. It makes them something very unique. So take advantage of those people who are looking for that kind of thing. People who are saying it's time to get healthy. It's time to do these things. I use transfer factor every single day. I use the TF protein every single day. These are products I use that help me with both ends of things. The transfer factor in and of itself is helping my immune system. The Pro TF still does the same thing, but because I'm a gym rat, it helps me with my, keeping my fat composition, as well as helping me with
muscle
protein and things.
breakdown,
Yeah, exactly.
appetite control.
This one. So yeah, I mean, that's what you can do. You can take that, and when you got someone who's looking at product, looking at health, looking at those things, those people are motivated. They want to make a change. Take advantage of that. Okay, we talked about ourselves, but now let's talk about the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
And that is people who are looking for these things, and you are their answer.
Right. So maybe as far as we could tackle a couple different like marketing avenues.
Yeah.
I think. So like local marketing,
Mhm.
people that are in the gym, we have marketing cards that you can buy in bulk.
Yeah.
That are targeted. We actually have a Pro TF marketing card. We have all the products that are on the Transform line
Mhm.
have a marketing card that you
Which
can,
is great.
yeah, you can put, it's editable on the DiamondsR4Life store. Now that is also something that we are working on getting totally done, totally up. It is so easy to use and searchable and you can filter all the items that are on the store. It's so much better.
And
It's
you
like,
don't have to wait on us.
right.
You can do all of this from your computer,
Yes.
from your home, in your
Mhm.
bathrobe,
Yep.
you know.
You don't even have to put labels on them because
Yeah.
they're editable.
Yeah.
So we have marketing cards you can use as far as the Transform line goes. And you can leave those, at the gym. Now,
Right.
there is a chance that you might get, calls from the manager at the gym and be like, hey, you can't do that.
Right.
Um,
Check with them first, though.
yeah, you can check with them first.
Just ask them, say,
Yeah.
hey, I've got this product. It doesn't interfere with any of the products you sell, but something I sell that's good for health. Do you mind if I leave a few cards, just a handful of cards here,
Yeah.
and see how it goes?
Yeah, at the front
And
desk.
yeah,
that would
and
be
then if they
cool.
decide, if you leave a few people take them, you get some calls and they're okay with it. Say, hey, all those cards went out. Do
Right.
you mind if I left a couple more?
And if you're gonna do that, make sure you have a tool in your tackle box that you can send these people to
Right.
get more information, especially if you're learning. You don't have to know everything to
Right.
start. You just have to know where to send people.
Right.
So that's an option as far as, people that are looking to revolutionize. I don't know if that's a word we can use to support their immune system
Right.
at the beginning of the year. So that's a local marketing
Right.
idea.
And the Transform series, for those of you who aren't familiar, the Transform series is what I would consider For Life's
Total
fitness
body.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has a lot of things. The Pro TF is in there. They still have the protein bars. They
Yep.
went away for a while and they brought them back, I think.
Mhm.
Protein bars, the Renuvo's in there. Shape Right, which is weight loss. Burn, which is another great one. All of these are products in the Transform line, which, as Kate mentioned, it is perfect for people who are in the gym.
Right.
Because the way it's marketed looks like a gym product. The way that the studies that have been done on it support people who are into a fitness and active lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
3 of those products specifically had studies done on them.
Right.
So if that's something that you're looking to use is something that has a lot of credibility behind it, you like targeted credibility, this specific product was studied by the University of Missouri, then you have 3 different products on that line alone that have studies on them.
Right.
And you can also just keep them in your back pocket to hand out to people if you're a personable person. I assume that would be something Shayne would do. Yeah. So
talk to people about it all the time. So.
Yeah. So that's an idea. As far as social media goes, my opinion, now there's different ways to go about social media, but my personal opinion is that in order to do social media marketing, you have to have a great strategy behind social media marketing, because people don't go on social media to be sold things. They're not going on to social media to buy something.
Right.
They're going on social media to unplug for the day. They're going on social media to get updated about, their friends' lives, to just shut their mind off from what was going on that day.
Right.
So you have to be very strategic when you do social media marketing. That's why I suggest that if you want to focus on social media marketing, that you do another avenue of marketing along with it. So you're not just putting all of your eggs in one basket, expecting, 100% return,
Right.
when it could take a little bit, because it takes some prep. So
Right.
and my suggestion is that the prep is that you become consistent on your social media. You pick out a couple different things that you want to be posting about that has nothing to do with the business.
Right.
So for me, it would probably be, health, music, a couple different things like that would be 2 of my 5 things that I would pick. And I would post something along those lines every couple of days. Okay. And then you kind of plug a little bit. Like my strategy would be, I would plug the products a little bit because one of my interests is health. So I could plug the products a little bit. So I could do a getting ready with me video where I'm just chatting with people on a live video. And one of the products that I'm using to get ready with is on the Aqua line.
Yeah.
And I could, tell them, well, this is 4Life's Aqua. It's the rain burst moisturizer, and it just really moisturizes my skin. It lasts like 2 months, that kind of plug. Okay, so it's not forceful. You don't want to be forceful.
Right.
Jade Ryden has a lot of social media training from the US sales team that you can go on and write some notes out, prepare for social media marketing, and make a plan for yourself if you're going to do social media. But as far as a new year strategy, it would take a little bit for you to be able to plug something without it looking salesy, because I believe that is the key to good social media marketing.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of follows Hollywood, and in fact, it's kind of like product placement more than it is product specific.
Yes.
Like a way that I would do that is, do some videos, maybe workout and show me prepping, and show me with a shaker
Smoothies.
cup with my Pro TF, or show, oh, this is the smoothie I make in the morning before or after post workout, and show how to do, because every morning I do. When I get back from the gym, it's the same thing. There's a cup of water, a scoop of just over the counter protein, a scoop of Pro TF, and then I throw in a banana and some frozen strawberries, blend it up, and then you've got the shake. So every single morning I'm having that. And then in the evenings, every evening I have one of those.
Right.
So it's a post workout and then in last meal of the day type of thing.
So you definitely, like you said, it's product placement more so than anything else. You want to make sure you're giving a lot more value on your social media than you are selling anything.
Yeah.
That is a good strategy for social media.
Yeah. Because if people want sold, or if they want to buy something, they're going to be on Amazon.
Right.
They're not going to be on Facebook looking for someone to sell them something. Now, because of algorithms, sometimes you find something you like, but again, someone's not shoving it down your throat.
Right.
You happen to see it and think, oh, that looks interesting. Look at it. So to do a live or do something like that, where you're automatically just like, hey,
here's
today's product we're going to sell you. It's so infomercial-y that it just kind of, a lot of people, it's just a turn off. Unless
you position yourself as someone that has the ability to do that. I personally would not, because I would be more of a content creator, or that would be my goal. But if someone else's goal is to be a total like fitness and health product suggester, now you have to look the part as a health and fitness person, because they're going to take your word for what you're saying off of the proof in the pudding, which would be you. Okay, so if you look like someone that takes their health seriously and knows what they're talking about, then you might be able to get away more so with more product placement than someone who has not positioned themselves to be that type of thing. So that's why it just comes down to strategy, interests. There's so many things, but if you look up social media training with Jade Ryden on the US sales team page, we also have social media training that she did for the 4Life Shine convention on our YouTube channel. So you can look it up there as well.
And that was one of the points I had earlier too, in focusing as a distributor, is to take advantage of these things, because the 4Life US sales team, they put all kinds of great content on there. They talk about brand new products. They talk about new systems. They talk about new marketing tools provided by the company itself. And there's a lot of training, like Kay said, that Jaden's putting out there, that is giving you insight on how to utilize the social media platforms. And so that's all good too. So again, now we're talking more about how to get people in. And this is one of those things that's kind of again, dual edge. It's
Right.
like you want to get those people who are looking for those things, but this is a way to capture them. It's a
Yes.
way to set the line, set the hook, reel them in.
Right. And needless to say, you know, as everybody says at the beginning of the year, this is the perfect time to start something new
Right.
and to create new habits. And even the cherry on top to starting new habits and achieving those goals that you have is that 4Life is doing the double builder bonus until the end of February for new qualifiers. So
Nice.
as an example, if I had achieved the $50 builder bonus before, I would get double the builder bonus for the $200 builder bonus. I hope that I explained that right. So if I had never achieved the $50 builder bonus and I
Right.
achieved it, I'd achieve the double builder bonus for that. So it's only for new
Wow.
qualifiers. And another cherry on top is we are in the second phase of Your Contest Your Way with DiamondsR4Life. There is one winner this month or this phase. It ends in January. So make sure you get your goals in by the end of the year or the end of the month, and verification that you completed your goal, because it's any goal, big or small.
But it is result oriented.
Result oriented. So that means enrollment based, volume based, or rank based. So an example could be enrolling 8 new people, or achieving the builder rank, or getting 1,000 LP in my organization. And guess what? If I'm at 800 LP right now and I want to get to 1,000, you know, that's not really a far off goal. I can submit that. And if I achieve it and prove that I achieved it, then I'm in the running to win $150 for this phase.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't have to be an impossible goal.
Right.
Like you don't have to start today. This be your first day in the business. Say, I'm going to have $1,000.
Yeah.
But if you can look at where your progress is and look at a goal that's attainable.
Yes.
Like she said, if you're at $800, you think, wow, if I could sign just two more distributors up at 100 LP, I could hit 1,000.
Right.
So make your goal 1,000.
Yes.
Or make it 1,100 if you feel froggy.
Right.
You know?
Ooh, I'm feeling froggy.
Yeah. So I mean, but those goals are result oriented. So it has to be something that can be marked, something that can be tracked,
Right.
and something that we can confirm. So whether it be a new rank, as you said, whether it be a particular volume goal, whether it be a particular sign up goal, like I'm going to sign this many people up, whatever, you set it, you let us know, we can confirm it.
Yes.
You might win a little cash out of it.
Yeah.
So
So you have the potential to not only win $150 from this phase in Your Contest Your Way, but also a double builder bonus from 4Life. So, you know, to summarize this meeting, this is a great time to start your new habits, to prepare for what you want your future to look like.
Right.
Even if your future is just 2 months from now, what do you want 2 months from now to look like in your schedule?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things you can do to prepare yourself. You can do it.
Yes, you can do it.
You can do it.
So again, what we're trying to do is show you both sides of the coin of this new year. One is, as I said, just staying motivated, because I know the girls talked about it on Monday, but again, most resolutions people fall off within the first 2 to 3 weeks of the year. So we're trying to help encourage you to stick in there, even if this first week feels like it's shot and you didn't get anything done. Hey, it's okay. Stay focused, you know, get all your ducks back in a row, and let's start. And on the flip side, those people who are go-getters who are out there, use them to take advantage of that, to build the momentum that will help you keep the other side going.
Right.
So it's both sides of the coin. And what we're trying to do is just show you how to take advantage of those who are looking to get started. And if you're that person getting started, stay motivated, stay focused, stay plugged in, stay on these Facebook lives, stay on all this stuff, and you can stay motivated. You can do what you need to do to make this year a great year, despite all the craziness that's still going on in the world.
Yeah.
It can still be a great year for you. So that being said, again, it's Frankie Shayne, it's Katie Lane, it's the prospecting call. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. We are out.